Hello all in Electric Land. I wanted to do a quick addendum to the excellent videos that Jeremiah McIntosh and e-bikes products did concerning the rails that are a bit too wide for the Zoom seat post. So these rails are just a bit too wide to fit the bracket that comes with the Zoom seat post, and I know that on the two videos that I previously mentioned, they come up with a couple of solutions, and I think both were very, very good solutions. I think Jeremiah used a huge pair of vice grips, and e-bikes did it another way. I don't recall exactly how that was, but I think he actually just used these brackets and was able to kind of scoot it on. But I discovered that when I was installing my Bikeroo seat on another Zoom post, that the solution actually lied within the seat itself. There's a bracket that, as you know, when you disassemble these seat posts, it comes with the standard brackets, like so, and when you disassemble them, what I found is that these two pieces here actually can serve as compression pieces to squeeze those rails together to get the bracket on. So I'm kind of doing this in real time, so I don't, hopefully it's going to work as it worked when I put the Bikeroo seat together. But what I did find is when you get your Cloud 9 seat, the actual brackets that would come with it are actually a little bit different than it was like on the Bikeroo. And there just isn't very much purchase here, and so I wasn't able to use this. But and so I wasn't going to do a video because most people wouldn't have that extra seat. But then I discovered that when I took apart the electric seat itself, the actual components for it actually did have enough purchase on each side. As you can see, these are sort of curved here, and had enough purchase to actually grab onto those rails and squeeze them together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, put them together, and show you how I compress them, and then I'll be able to put the bracket on once those rails get compressed. So what I did is I actually put them quite a bit lower down onto the rail. It can't be too low because you have to be able to get, again, enough purchase to be able to grab onto it. But if you get it just low enough so that you have still enough room to install the bracket itself. The 14 millimeter wrench is pretty standard for these bolts. So we'll just see if we can snug it up a little bit. And it actually doesn't take too much to get those squeezed together so that will fit. So let's give it a try now and see if that's better. And it looks like I can go just a little bit more. I may have to get another wrench to hold on to the other side, which I'm going to do. Maybe I can edit that part out, or maybe I won't have to. But we'll just put a little more squeeze on it. But it was very close already. You can see it's kind of starting to bend over there. So I'm a little afraid I'm going to lose the grip there. Let's just see if that'll work yet. So I think that we're just about there. Maybe I'm just going to give it just a little bit more. As you can see, it's important to have that little grip on these clamps, because otherwise, if you didn't, they just pop right off. And I think you really do have to be somewhat careful if you're doing this so that they don't slide off. In fact, I think I'm losing some of my grip right now. I'm going to try to go a little bit further and see what happens. It's amazing how strong those little rails are, actually, and why it's so difficult to get those to fit. And that's pretty close, and I'm just going to give it just a little bit more. I'm afraid I'm going to lose the purchase there. If I do, I'll probably just start the video over and try it again. But like I say, it won't work with some of the other options out there. So I think that's right on the money there. I think we're fitting right in there just perfectly. So once you get this on and you install the rest of the bracket for the seat post itself, you'll be able to release this part, and then you can, as long as you have it snug enough, you'll be able to make some adjustment forward and back without it expanding again. So if I recall how to do this, I think the screws go to the back here. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of room there to work with, so you're kind of just limited to that little space that is left over from using that bracket. But if you don't have a large pair of vice grips, which I didn't, this is certainly an option for getting that done. So this goes, I think the screws go to the back if I recall correctly. And then installs through the bracket. And then this one comes up from underneath. And hopefully you can get the thread started there. I got it on that one. Maybe I didn't have it on that one. I think I might have it on the other one though. Kind of doing this because I'm doing it blind because I'm videoing it, not actually looking at it. Let's see if I can get this started here. That probably will help with the other one, get it lined up. So I think I have one started anyway. I'm going to use my little hex wrench here and see if I can get the other one started as well. These little hex wrenches, I have tons of these little sets of these wrenches, and they really come in handy for doing all sorts of different projects, and they're not the highest quality. Got them at Harbor Freight, you know, so they're not gonna be the highest quality, but I've never had one fail on me, and they really do a pretty good job of, you know, they won't fit in some really tight spaces and whatnot, but for, you know, speeding up the operation when you've got some room to move, it works out pretty well. So once you get these tightened down, you can see that it's lined up very well, nicely on the rails there now. And once you get them tightened down, you can just release the other bracket there. And it looks like it's lined up very, very nicely on there. So let me just show you the fitment there. So just another solution for installing the Zoom seat post. It makes it pretty simple to do it that way. And like I say, the tool for doing it actually comes with your electric seat post. Or seat itself. So that's how I did it, and it's you know, I short of having any other tools and trying to force it any other way, it just worked out really well to use this as a compression bracket. So hope it helps, and thanks for watching.